Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reading the second part of Mars. So let's get started. Cruising with Curiosity. Curiosity is the largest and most advanced rover sent to Mars. It landed there in August 2012. The car-sized rover is helping scientists study the red planet in more detail than ever before. Its mission was scheduled to last 23 months. But it will likely be extended. Curiosity's job is to look for water or evidence that water used to be there, and the rocks and soil on Mars. It's also looking for habitats where living things could have lived. To do this, Curiosity uses 17 high-tech cameras, a rock zapping laser, and a nuclear-powered laboratory. Engineers on Earth control Curiosity's movements. After Curiosity landed on Mars, members of the control team switched to Martian time for 3 months. This helped them monitor the mission more easily. The family of one flight director, David O., spent an entire summer on Mars time too. After 3 weeks, their schedule was turned completely upside down. They sometimes went to bed at noon and went biking at 3 a.m. A long journey. So far, scientists have only sent robots to Mars, but one day they want to send people. Experts have different ideas on the best way to travel to Mars. But one thing is for sure, these types of missions to Mars will likely take years to complete. The journey itself will take about 9 months. Once there, astronauts will likely have to set up areas to work, live, and grow their own food. To go outside, they would have to put on spacesuits. Talking to people at home will be difficult. Communication signals will take up to 20 minutes to reach Earth. To meet the challenges, groups of scientists have created Mars mission training grounds. They set up fake space stations so crews can practice surviving on the red planet. Bases are often located in dry, empty areas that look like Mars, like the top of a Hawaiian volcano or a field in the Canadian Arctic. Scientists hope to learn how to make a real-life Mars mission successful. Since Mars does not have supermarkets, astronauts will have to prepare and grow their own food. Scientists are studying what astronauts will eat when they're 150 million miles away from Earth. Food brought from Earth will require at least a 3-year shelf life, but the food will also need to be nutritious so Mars travelers don't get sick. A variety of food will help keep them from getting bored. Astronauts might be able to grow plants like strawberries and tomatoes in a greenhouse. Fresh fruits and veggies would be a welcome treat. Pepperoni, please. No pizza delivery on Mars? No problem. Astronauts on Mars may be able to print a pie with a 3D printer. Scientists are working on a device that makes food with ingredients like flavored powders, water, and oil with the push of a button. Your body in space. Before you pack your bags for Mars, you should know that living in space can have some wild effects on the human body. Why? Our bodies are suited for life on Earth. We're used to having the force of gravity constantly tugging on our bones and muscles. Without gravity's strong pull, some body systems start to go haywire. Muscles get weaker, bones can break easily, fluid builds up at the top of the body, making the face puffy and the legs look shrunken. Headaches and stomach aches result from space sickness, a type of motion sickness. During the space travel, to pull off Earth's gravity gets weaker the farther you get from the planet. Until a spacecraft reaches Mars and it's under the pull of the planet's gravity, the objects float in a state of weightlessness. Fortunately, exercise and a special diet can control some of these effects. Space race. Astronaut Sunita Williams completed a triathlon in space. She ran on a treadmill, cycled on a stationary bike, and swam using a special exercise machine. She did all while aboard the International Space Station. Greening the red planet. One day, humans might be able to live on Mars, but it would take a lot of time and effort to make the red planet into a place people could live. The process of making a place more Earth-like is called terraforming. Here's how humans imagine we might someday be able to turn Mars into a new Earth in 1,000 years with future technology. Year 0. The project might begin with a series of missions to set up living quarters. Year 100. Human-built factories could spew powerful greenhouse gases to boost Mars' atmosphere. The greenhouse gas build-up would begin to warm the frozen planet. Over time, Mars could look more like Earth. Year 200. Rain would fall and water would flow once enough greenhouse gases had been released. Simple microbes in planet life could start growing on rocks. Year 600. Microbes would create organic soil and add oxygen to the atmosphere. Humans could introduce flowering plants in evergreen forests to see if they would grow. Year 1000. Since oxygen levels would remain low, humans on Mars would require oxygen tanks to breathe outside. Energy from cities might come from nuclear power and wind turbines. Meet a martin. Mars has long held a special place in people's imaginations. In books, television, and movies, martins are often shown as little green men. The idea that aliens live on Mars began more than 100 years ago. In the late 1800s, some astronomers claimed to see channels on the surface of Mars through their telescopes. They believed that the channels were canals. They thought that martins built the canals to transport water to cities. The canals, it turns out, don't exist. But the idea of Mars might have advanced life forms remained. Today we know that's not the case. It's fun to think about what an imaginary martin might look like, and it's neat to dream about living on a green, terraformed Mars in the future. But scientists are most interested in knowing if life ever existed on Mars in the past. Many believe there is a strong chance it did. What would this life have looked like? It probably would look like a microbe in the photo below, which is too small to be seen without a microscope. If that's true, the real martins are just like creatures that are all around us here on Mars. Be a quiz whiz. How much do you know about Mars? After reading this book, probably a lot. Take this quiz to find out. You can pause the video to do this quiz. The answers are down below over here. And if you're stuck with a word, this is a glossary where you can find its meaning. And that's it. This is the end of the book. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!